Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockholm Supply, and today's video is going to be kind of interesting, a little bit different. Basically, what we're going to talk about is what we should do immediately after we accidentally cut our finger off. Now, as woodworkers, this is something that might happen, and there's a whole lot of things that you can do that are going to prevent this from happening, and that is the best thing you can do. So don't take the guards off your machines, use a riving knife, all sorts of things, all your push sticks, your feather boards, all these things you can do to make work safer is the easiest way to save your finger. But if it happens, say you accidentally cut your finger off, that's what I want to talk about here. Now, this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a number of years now, and I've talked to some nurses, some ER nurses, some ER doctors that are customers of ours, and I've talked to them of what best practices are, but nobody wants to go on camera in case they get sued for what they tell you. So basically, this is me telling you, I am not a doctor. I've talked to some healthcare professionals, but this is 100% my opinion on best practices to do if you cut your finger off. You cannot sue me because this is not medical advice, but a lot of this is common sense, but I think it's important just to talk about here. So let's say we just cut our finger off here. Okay, oh dear. We just cut our finger off. This is a problem. The very most important thing that I was told is speed is of the essence here. So you want to do everything as fast as possible. So immediately after you remove your finger, best thing to do is call someone, your wife, your coworker, whoever's at home, tell them what you just did. If you need help getting to a hospital, if there's nobody home with you, call 911 right away and get that process started getting to the hospital, because if there's a chance to save that finger, it needs to be done quickly. Now, with your finger, we're going to ignore the finger right off the bat. And the first thing you're going to want to do is take care of your whatever part of your body that's still attached to you and make sure you're not going to bleed out. So obviously, pressure, you want to get your whatever cloth you're using to put pressure on it. Damp is good. And then you could wrap it with tape, all sorts of things. But you want to make sure you stop the bleeding. That's the first priority, or else you're going to pass out and the whole different set of issues. But once you stop the bleeding, then we focus on your finger. Now, things to note about the finger here. First thing you want to do to prepare this to bring to the hospital with you is you want to get a moist rag. Now, everything when you involve moisture, it always is water. We're not going to use vinegar or anything weird. 100% water all the time. Only use water. But whatever you can find around your shop, ideally something clean. Now, speed is more important than getting things perfectly sterilized. So grab a rag, grab the cleanest rag you can find, grab some paper towel, get that wet, just like that. Throw your little finger in there, just like so. And you're gonna wrap that baby up, just like that. Now, next thing you want to do is you do not want, I should mention this, you don't want to use hot water, use cold water. You want to keep everything cool. If you make that too hot, or if you make your finger hot here, that's going to increase blood flow, and that's not good. That's not what you want. You want the moisture, because that'll keep things from cauterizing a little bit slower. So basically what our goal is to slow everything down. So what you can do then, find yourself a bag, ideally. Throw your finger in the bag, and then with your bag, have something cold to go with it, like a hot pocket from your fridge, whatever you can find that's cold, and then put it all together, and then off to the hospital you go. So, main things to note: keep it cold, do not get it warm, use only water, don't use any sort of vinegar or pickle juice, don't throw it in the pickle jar. Nothing like that. And yeah, keep it moist, keep it cold, don't make it hot, and you don't want it to dry out. And try your best, though this is a little bit lower priority, to keep it as clean as possible. Regardless, oh, that's the other thing I meant to mention at the very beginning. One other thing that we should include with prevention is tetanus shot. This was repeated to me a bunch of times. If you don't have a tetanus shot already, you should have one. Because as woodworkers, we're dealing with rusty blades and nails, and all sorts of things all the time. It's important to have one because lockjaw is not something that you want. But yeah, get your tetanus shot, keep the finger cool, keep it wet, and get to the hospital as fast as possible. Those are best practices. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, you can email me at info@stockmansupply.com or just comment on the video. And if you want to see future videos, please subscribe. Thank you much.
And that tetanus shot thing?
Yeah.
That's something they could do right now.
They could do it anytime. Yeah, you could go.
You should definitely do that.
I mean, every few years. I don't think you want one 6 months after you had another shot, but
No.
every few years you should have a tetanus
I'm
shot.
just saying, if you're not up to date and you're working with sharp tools out in your shop, you should probably be getting that done.
Absolutely.